In my recent video, I went through the price ranges of hockey gear and the cost of playing hockey. Now it's time to discover why ice hockey is such an expensive sport. Ice hockey is expensive as it requires a lot of expensive equipment. Renting ice time has high cost. A full hockey team needs many staff members, and traveling to out-state or country tournaments is also. Hockey teams provide insurance for the players, reflecting on the monthly fees. That's a short way of saying, but even from those couple of sentences, it starts to make sense why hockey is so expensive. It's not like the staff members or hockey team owners are reaping all the cash just for the sake of it. There are more expenses to be paid in hockey than in many other sports, which is why it's also more expensive than many other sports. Long list of equipment. The equipment isn't the biggest variable on why hockey is expensive, which should say much because the equipment costs a lot of money. On average, a full set of great new hockey equipment costs $1,000, hovering between $800 to $1,200. However, you won't get the best quality with it, and if you want NHL level gear, it'll cost you at least $2,000, probably closer to $3,000. On the plus side, you can get even new equipment for $400 to $500. But you will need to skimp on quality. You can also buy better quality gear that is slightly used from Facebook Marketplace, Sideline Swap, and more. Age plays a big role in the equipment as well. If you're a child's parent, you will need to buy new equipment every few years as the kid grows. This can result in a big bill consistently, increasing the price of hockey. However, if you're a recreational adult hockey player, you don't need the full set or change equipment all the time without talking about monthly team fees so that it can be affordable. Just be sure to sharpen your hockey skates so your skating performance will be kept good. Staff requirements. When comparing hockey to sports like table tennis, badminton, softball, and so on, more people are involved in the team staff than individual instructors or a few people. Renting a rink isn't free. The ice arena or rink isn't simply free for the teams to use as they. In addition, there are fewer rinks than a demand for them, which makes ice time highly sought, at least in most places. Generally, ice rinks are rented by the hour, costing anywhere between $150 to plus $400 per hour, depending on the time of day, whether it's weekday or weekend, and the particular rink. Let's say a hockey team rents a rink costing $250 per hour. They rent the rink for 1.5 hours of ice time 4 times a week, which is normal for most hockey teams. Hockey isn't the only skating sport. As I mentioned, most areas have very few ice rinks, and many hobby activities require. This includes hockey teams of different ages and more, but also figure skaters and individual renters wanting to hit the ice. Naturally, supply and demand may increase and lower the prices, and in the case where there's less ice time and more need for it, the rent price can be increased by the renters. This, of course, will be included in the monthly team payment. Game traveling is common. Depending on your own will, the team's level of play, and norms, traveling costs of the team may be the single most expensive aspect of all hockey costs. If a hockey team travels to our state or country tournament, the trip will be a 4-figure number, if not more. Let's say that a team takes 2 trips per year, each costing $1,500 for the traveling, accommodations, food, and other hidden costs the team needs to provide for such an event. This costs $3,000 annually, and if your child is 8 years old and pursues hockey for 10 years, it's $3,000 just for the travels. Hockey teams provide insurance. One of the most overlooked factors in the cost of hockey is the insurance teams provide for their players. It's needless to say that ice hockey is extremely dangerous, resulting in all sorts of injuries like head and neck injuries, concussions, internal organ injuries, broken bones, and lost teeth. Think about your insurance or them in general. It probably isn't cheap. Now, think about providing that to 20 people with an increased cost because the players are at risk of injury more than regularly, increasing the insurance price. There are other ways to do this as well. For example, USA Hockey Association gives insurance automatically to all members of the USA Hockey Association. So, if your team is registered in the program, they will cover insurance. However, being a member costs money as well. Hockey has an expensive reputation. Last but not least, hockey has been on the expensive end for a long time. This isn't the problem for the ones on the money receiving end, and as the reputation is expensive, it's better to keep it that way. We are going to end this video right away. If you have any query or information to share, please leave a comment below. Thanks for watching.